Yeah, yo, yo, yo. It's the ugly truck driver. How the flock are you? Well, this goes out to all our vets. Thank our government and the Veterans Administration. Headline: VA shuts down their flagship VBMS claim processing system. The Department of Veterans Affairs shuts down their flagship VBMS claims processing center. Over 700,000 claims affected. Now, do you remember on one of my previous videos, I think you can go look it up, about my dealings with the Veterans Administration and why I refuse to deal with them anymore? Well, this just came out. My buddy Ed, who's a Vietnam vet, was in 199th with me, sent me this. And this is basically what it is, okay? According to nextgov.com, 12:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, the Department of Veterans Affairs has shut down its own saving grace and claims processing. Now, you remember in my old video where I told you that 10 years previously, the head of the Veterans Administration before Congress said they were going to fix and update all veterans claims processing and make them electronic. Well, as of this date, about only 10% of those files have been converted into digitized forms. All the rest of them are still in the old manila paper folders. But this thing basically says the system of VA benefits management system is purportedly currently deployed in all 56 regional offices, according to the Undersecretary Hickey, State Senate, as of December 11, 2013. When one does the math based on the VA's Monday morning workload report of January 27, which reflects 948,979 claims currently in the VA inventory, the number of claims that are going to be affected are 711,000. The impact of the system being shut down is catastrophic to the Department of Veterans Affairs' self-imposed goal of deleting the backlog by 2015. More importantly, for veterans who are in many cases waiting years for claims and decisions, this is disastrous. Basically what it is they're waiting for all the vets with claims to die off, in my opinion. The pain will be felt especially for 4,166 veterans whose claims are in the Newark Regional Office, which is my area here in New Jersey. Worse yet, 15,900 veterans whose claims are being processed in the Nashville location are in the same boat as the Newark veterans. That's according to November 13th VA report from Nashville. Folks, this is our government. These are the bureaucrats that our elected politicians appointed to run the Veterans Administration. These are the people that are supposed to support us, care for us, and help us after we went to war, shed blood, wrote our name on the line to cash a check, even with our life if needs be, to defect and protect the Constitution of the United States. I'm so upset right now I can't speak straight. This is our current government. You've heard me in previous videos rail about the Veterans Administration. This is a direct slap in the face to all veterans and current military active duty people. And you know what? Obama and Congress don't care. And it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican or an independent or a conservative or a liberal. We veterans just had it stuck up our backside by our government. I ask you this. America no longer has a draft situation like they did when I was in Vietnam. America's military is all volunteer. How are you going to attract good people to go and join and fight when promises have been made and once they get out, the promises are broken. What is wrong with our government? What is wrong with the Veterans Administration, which for over 10 years has been a foot-dragging slug, lying to the veterans? The bottom line, as far as I'm concerned, you come home from the military with a problem, they don't want to hear about it. They just want you to die off first. Witness my father and my friend Bill DeToro. You wonder why I don't trust the VA. You wonder why I don't have any faith in our elected officials of Washington, D.C. Here's a prime example. And it's right out there for everybody to see. Veterans getting it shoved up their backside every day. Guys that went out there and signed the check and wrote the check that if they had to, they'd give up their lives to protect and defend America and the Constitution of the United States. And you've got idiots from the White House to Capitol Hill on down that are basically saying, fuck you, veteran. Fuck you, military type. We don't care. And being a military brat, I remember when my dad was in service at the end of World War II, military dependents had the best care available to them at no expense. There wasn't no TRICARE BS. Everybody, from the active duty guy to his family, got cared for. Injured combat vets got cared for. And this is where we are, 60-odd years later, shoved under the bus. My God in heaven, how far we have fallen. How far down has our socialist, communist government thrown military people and veterans under the bus? And you wonder why my previous videos I ran about the Veterans Administration and their inability to care for veterans, to meet their needs. My buddy Billy came down with cancer. My possibility of thinking is he got a touch of Agent Orange somewhere along the line. It just took 40 years to catch up. But when he was diagnosed, there was no chemotherapy. There was no radiation. There was no thought about lung transplants. Here's a bunch of pain pills. Go home and die. You got about a year. He was dead in 6 months. My dad had a heart condition. Twice he went in the hospital down there at the VA in Florida. Twice they told him there was no problem. Second time, my stepmother dragged him out of there, took him to a private hospital where they were told, if you'd been like this another 6 hours, you'd have been dead. And they had to end up putting stents in his heart, which the VA didn't want to spend the time, the money, or diagnose. Can you see why I don't trust the Veterans Administration? Here is just another prime example where you've got 948,000 claims. 711,000 are going to be shit-canned, slowed down, whatever. What do they want to do? They want to kill off veterans. And like I say, I'm in the Newark region. There's 4,166 vets right now with active claims. I don't think they'll ever see them processed. Yeah. Faith in our government. We signed a contract. They broke the contract. You know, it's funny. If we lie to the government, it's a felony. If the government lies to us, oh, so be it. That's the way it is. And anymore, it's like from Obama on down. You're just a piece of meat. You're cannon fodder. You were a tool to be used to accomplish a mission. And yet, you see the ads on TV. Join the Army Reserve. Join the Air Force Reserve. Well, see, we don't have a real active duty military anymore. Our government uses reserves and National Guards to go fight our wars. Growing up as a kid, National Guards and reserves were here in the continental United States to defend America. We had a standing army of a couple million men that were deployed overseas in times of hardship and war. But see, you people, you drones, you mudheads, got your head up your butt or in the sand, don't remember these things. I do, because I'm that old. America, when are you going to wake up and realize our government does not give a flying fuck about the military or the veterans? They are just a tool to be used, and when they're worn out, they just get thrown away. Truck driver's opinion, you understand.